Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. Today I'm bringing you another weekly movie review with the film Death on the Nile. Based on the Agatha Christie novel. This film was also directed by Kenneth Branagh, who had also directed Murder on the Orient Express, another Agatha Christie novel, and he reprises his role as Hercule Poirot. The film was released February 9th, 2022 by Scott Free Productions as well as TSG Entertainment, again directed by Kenneth Branagh. He had also directed, I believe, recently won an Oscar, the film Belfast, as I just said, Murder on the Orient Express, the live-action Cinderella, as well as the first installment of Thor. And I believe we're getting the fourth one coming out now, here soon. Again, we have Kenneth Branagh, who plays Hercule Poirot. We have Armie Hammer, who plays Simon Doyle. Gal Gadot, who plays Lynette Ridgway. We have Letitia Wright, who plays Rosalie Otterborn. And we have Russell Brand, who plays Dr. Windlesham. Almost couldn't read my handwriting there. But this film follows the characters of Lynette and Simon as they meet, get married, and go to Egypt on their honeymoon. They invite a lot of friends to join them, but one uninvited guest who keeps on following them after their marriage shows up, and they have to escape, and Lynette says, do whatever you have to do, we gotta get away from her. And so Simon charters a boat to take them all down the Nile on an adventure, hoping that gets away from this person. That person being Lynette's, one of her oldest friends. Lynette is very rich. She's a lot of money, so she believes that most people are friends with her for her money, things like that. So she has a lot of suspicions on, why people stay in her life. And this one person had stayed in her life for the longest, and just so happens she met her husband through her, while her and Simon at the time were more or less, I guess not engaged to be married, but they were hoping to. And she came in, more or less stole husband, and she has been following them ever since, I guess, sort of a ghost from the past. So while they get away, they get on this boat. When she's found to be on the boat as well, eventually things start to happen. A giant rock almost falls on them while they're visiting a tomb of an old ancient Egyptian king, a pharaoh, and that they believe somebody's out to murder her. They while they're on the Nile, the woman brings out a gun and shoots Simon. You at that point, that's when all the mystery kind of begins, and the stories start to get put together. Somebody drugs Hercule, and he sleeps through the evening's events, and they wake up the next morning to a death. I'm not going to say whose death, but there is a death. And at that point, they try to figure out who did it. And that's when the pieces start getting put together. You start to get people's backstories. You start to see where motivations may have lied for the death to occur, and it just kind of goes on from there. All in all, I thought it was an okay movie. I don't think it was nearly as good as Murder on the Orient Express. That one I thought was really good. This one, however, it seemed a bit too fast-paced. Like once you got into it, it just seemed non-stop. There were multiple murders, and it just kind of goes from there. I felt like that took a little bit away from it, and I think they should have focused more on a murder than multiple murders. I mean, granted, it's the book. They can't really deviate from the book, so that's what happened. But for me, I would have appreciated just following one murder to kind of take all these people and put together the clues to see who done it. But all in all, I thought it was a good movie. I would revisit it. I thought it was okay. I'm giving it just a 3 stars out of 5, a light 3. I thought it was good. It was beautifully shot, but the storyline in itself, I feel, could have been expanded on a little bit more. I mean, granted, the person who I thought was behind everything, yeah, you know, it gives you clues, and you start putting things together in your head, and I was almost right, but, you know, at the end, I was wrong. I was very wrong, but it should have been something I had seen from the beginning. Another thing I liked about this movie is you get Hercule Poirot's backstory in the war, and seeing how he was, you know, able to, in the field, use his just intelligence to really steer his troops in the right direction. Not even his troops, but he had the idea of what to do to take hold of a certain area, and he did it, and they followed his direction, and it led to a victory, more or less. But I definitely thought it was a good movie. But again, I'm giving it a light 3 stars. I, again, thought Murder on the Orient Express, just all the way around, was a far better film. But again, you have to take into consideration these are adaptations from a novel, not an original story. So you kind of have to go from that. I mean, these are classic books, classic novels, for a reason, and, you know, going from that. So my favorite character in the entire film was Russell Brand. I really liked his, like, a more serious sense of acting. I really do enjoy when comedic actors come out in a more serious role, and you really kind of get to see their chops outside of comedy. I mean, I feel that, and just in my opinion, comedy and horror is some of the, you know, in order to find out what would make somebody laugh or scare somebody, in a sense, you have to really have that something to put that all together. I feel like with drama, you just break a heart and kind of go from there, or a mystery, again, you create a mystery to solve. But in this role, I really did like Russell Brand's acting. I thought it was very, very great. I'd like to see him in more roles that aren't comedy. I'm sure that there are some out there that I just don't know about yet, and if anyone out there does know, jot down in the comments below maybe some of your favorite movies or acting roles that he's played in that isn't just your Russell Brand level of comedy, which I also enjoy. But I really did like his more serious acting in this film. But anyway, if you saw this movie, jot down in the comments below what you thought about it. I'd definitely like to watch this one again. Maybe give it a little bit more attention, possibly do a double feature night with Murder on the Orient Express as well as Death on the Nile. But again, jot down in the comments below if you saw this movie, what you thought about it. Smash that thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe, hit that notification bell to let you know when I have new and exciting videos coming your way. Always, thank you for stopping by. Always be good to one another, and I'll see you next time. Bye.